It's been an exciting 18 months for the company. As you noted, we spun off the buy side of the business back in September of 2017. And since then, we've been an independent sell-side platform as Telaria. And it's been a real exciting shift. I mean, not only being able to focus on one constituency, the publisher, which means that we're unconflicted in that space, but to drive our business towards where everything's really happening, which is the OTT and CTV space. When I started, that part of our business was less than 3% of our revenue. And now, it's approaching 30% of our revenue. And it's a big development. It's a big part of our future. And the fact that we're the only independent player at scale who's out there doing this really gives us an advantage in the marketplace.
What is the advantage of being independent?
Think of it this way. We are a platform that doesn't produce content that competes against our publishers. We're a platform that doesn't play both the buy side and the sell side against each other. We have one constituency that we care about, and that's the publishers, and our drive to increase their yield to the highest level possible. So, I won't name the companies, but it rhymes with Google. Those guys have content that they can compete against. Their platform competes against the people that they're selling technology to. Same thing with Comcast. Comcast creates content, and they have a platform they're trying to sell to other content producers. So every dollar you pay them, they're going to take that dollar and use it to create competing content. It's a big deal, and I think it's becoming a bigger deal as CTV and OTT become a bigger part of people's businesses.
So what's the secret of your success? You have some very prestigious clients like Hulu, and you have this solution. You are a smaller entity, but yet you're making success. What's the key to your success?
It all starts with technology and having the best platform out there. We could be the nicest guys with the best sellers, but no one cares if your technology doesn't work and isn't really crushing it. So it starts with the best platform, and a platform that's been engineered for CTV. And that's what we've built since day one. It's been focused on big screens and delivering to big screens. So technology is key. The fact that we are nimble and smaller and independent and able to meet our clients' needs, that's critical. And this is a new business for a lot of folks. They're just starting to push a lot of efforts behind their CTV and OTT strategies. Having a partner in there that is focused on their success is critical. And then, as we noted before, the independent nature and the non-conflict. We're only out for one thing, and that's to make sure that our clients get the highest yield from their ad inventory. So even though we're small, the fact that we've got the best tech platform, we've got the best business model, and we've got the best people out there servicing them is why we win.
Mark, what about data and the data inputs that you use and sort of what's becoming available? And of course, that's your background coming from Nielsen and Lena. What are your thoughts about sort of the state of data, what's needed, what might be on the horizon perhaps?
Yeah. I think we're really in the early days of data when it comes to over-the-top video. A lot of over-the-top buying is still done the way TV was bought, right? So very broad demographic groups, very broad concepts of reach. I think as the industry evolves, you're going to see a greater use of data for more behavioral type targeting, for more performance targeting across big screens. So I think we're really just in the first innings. I think there's a lot of opportunity for data. We've done some small deals with Nielsen to look at leveraging DAR data in our solution, but there's many more opportunities, I think, down the road to make that a bigger part of our play and a part of the whole OTT play.
And finally, this whole direct-to-consumer delivery of content, what's happening with Disney and Warner Media, and things are changing. How does sort of this whole direct-to-consumer delivery change the business? What are the opportunities for you guys?
Yeah, the direct-to-consumer across the board is just a revolution. Whether it's buying pillows or watching video, there's a direct-to-consumer from the brand revolution that's going on. And the neat part of it is that we're right in the middle of both of those. From the advertiser perspective, the DTC brands love CTV because it gives them a brand-building platform with metrics that they can track the same way digital does. And for the actual video guys creating the content, the DTC platform creates an opportunity for them to control the means of distribution and make the money off that distribution and change the models. I mean, think of it, when there was just distribution without direct consumer, you were stuck with a broadcast model or a cable model. That's how you made your money if you were a content producer. Now you can decide whether I want to do an ad-supported model, I want to do a subscription model, or do a hybrid of both. And I think that creates tons of revenue opportunities for the kind of DTC video guys out there, and we're going to see more and more of it.
Cool, and just briefly on the demand side, you have a lot of demand side partners. How is sort of the programmatic side, the demand side developing? What are some trends you're seeing in terms of the way that business is taking shape?
Yeah, I mean, since we're a sell-side platform, we're obviously agnostic to demand. We love all demand, wherever it may come from. But we are seeing some trends of how that's coming to us. Particularly with large screens, so OTT and CTV, a lot of that demand comes in through private marketplaces and private marketplace package buying. Whereas the initial thoughts around programmatic is it's an open auction type situation where it's kind of to drive the lowest price. Within the private marketplace type demand, we're seeing much more specifics around requests for data and performance as being drivers of why people buy. So I think you're going to continue to see private marketplaces grow on the demand side as more and more companies kind of jump into the CTV space, but want to have control over floor pricing and what gets sold and who it gets sold to.
Great, and some thoughts coming out of IAB this year, people you've spoken to, how do you see the some of the attitudes? And
yeah, everyone always says it's an exciting year for tech or exciting year for ad tech or content, and I think this really, the thing that's exciting this year is what we just mentioned, which is kind of the direct consumer revolution, both when it comes to content and when it comes to advertisers who are going to advertise on that content. That's what a lot of the buzz here is about, and it's neat for us as we, again, sit right in the middle of those two converging trends, which is brands who want to talk to consumers directly and content who wants to get to those consumers directly. A lot of talk here at IAB about that, and that's probably the biggest buzz we've heard.